Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy MotoManDan, and today I got another Chimps video for you. So this is on the newish Christmas tree map, where each of the lots, so you can see they're numbered to 28 to represent or 24 to represent 24 days of Christmas or something. They all have different bonuses except for slot number 1. Now you start on Chimps, you start at round 6, so you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 open, and yeah, or 5, and 5, I don't know. And then, so the Ninja though, the Ninja is on slot number 4, and the buff that number 4 gives you is a damage buff. So instead of doing 1 damage every shuriken thrown, it does 2 damage every shuriken thrown. Now, whenever you have the damage buff, you want to give it to someone that has multiple projectiles. The more projectiles, the better. And the Ninja throws a lot of projectiles and very fast. So I figured it would be a good tower to do this with. Now, I don't think that this is an easy strategy by any stretch of the imagination. Just because we go for overclocked. An Ultra Boost. We go for the Ultra Boost. Not that easy to pull off. You actually have to time throughout the 90s. You have to time Churchill's level 10 ability correctly, or else you could lose. You don't want to push it too hard with the Ninja, because he's really your only damage other than Churchill. I mean, Churchill's good, but the Ninja's way better. But Churchill's actually really good. Probably the only hero that could do this with, just because he scales so heavily. Now, on slot number 11, it is not a dedicated slot to any of the types of towers. So, if you play Bloons but live under a rock at the same time and you haven't seen this map, the green trees, like 22 and 18, and then the lots that have the arrows, the chevrons, 8, and I guess that's it. Those are military only, so you can only place military towers on those lots. And then lots like 11, 4, 9, 23, those are magic monkey only, so you can only place magic monkeys. So we have the Ninja in 4. We couldn't place anything else in 4 that's not a magic monkey. But 11, 6, 20, 16, those ones with the stumps, you can actually place any tower. However, they can only be the small towers, so you wouldn't be able to do village or banana farm or super monkey, anything big. But on 11, it's a discounted slot, so even in Chimps, it's discounted all the way throughout 5th tier. And this is really important because we have to get discounted alchemist, discounted village, and discounted engineer in order to make this happen. Now, I think we could have maybe gotten, because I didn't really need the village right away, but I wanted to put it down so that way I could set my engineer correctly. But if I set the engineer first, we would have gotten overclocked a little bit sooner, and that could have helped with some of the initial like popping power that we have. But I think we get Churchill up to maybe a ×7, and we get the Ninja up to ×10 for sure, overclocked, ultra boosted there. And then we need a MIB because of the 90s. 93 is fine, or 90 is fine, and 93 is fine. But once we get up to 95 and 99 especially, then we start to struggle a little bit if we're just relying on the alchemist buff. So we have to get the MIB in order for the Ninja to be able to take out all of the DDTs. The DDTs are the main issue with this build. And surprisingly, the Mad Balloon as well, or the Mad Balloon, the Bad Balloon as well, is, you know, one of those that you kind of look at this and you say, well, you have a lot of projectiles, a lot of projectile damage, projectile speed, you know, what's going on? But yeah, it's also a bit of an issue. So we ended up going for, I believe, a 204 tack shooter to assist, and maybe some other towers I don't remember. But the goal for this one in particular was to get an ultra boost. You know, they had recently reduced the price of the ultra boost, and I figured, well, on top of that, we have a map where we can reduce the price even more, and maybe make it actually affordable in a Chimps game where you won't lose at the same time. And this definitely does that. I thought about switching the Ninja out for a Wizard, but I just couldn't get a good start for the Wizard, and it's actually going to be more expensive if you go Top Path Wizard, which is what I was planning on doing. So you saw those DDTs there. They got absolutely wrecked. Churchill's second, level 10 ability is really good at taking out those DDTs and speeding up the ZOMGs dying as well. Kind of have to use it a lot, but you do have to be careful, and make sure that if you use it like this round, if you got to use it on the ZOMGs early or late, depending. But if you use it at different times, it's going to be on cooldown or whatever. So now we're getting the attack shooter, getting ready for more Moab damage, so we can pop the bad balloon that much quicker, because it just does. It has like so much health. Oh yeah, and the glue gun, the Moab glue. That's right. Yeah, and I do the boomerang as well to try and stall as much as I can. Just trying to kind of do a little bit of crowd control, because that's the one thing we just don't have in this build is crowd control. A little bit of crowd control goes a long way. That being said, guys, that's kind of wrapping up the video, the end of the video. So if you like the video, go ahead and leave a like the video. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side. All right, deuces.